see that time and time again. And also, Miranda, we constantly see the deep state blame Russia for a lot of things. They've made Russia the boogeyman constantly. But listen, Putin's probably a really bad guy. I think he is a bad guy. But we also have bad people working in our federal government as well. And so to sit here and just point our fingers at one country when we have our own issues as well, I've always thought it is not acceptable. But why do you think they constantly point at Russia as the big boogeyman?
Look, I think one reason is because, Russia has a tiny GDP. It's not really a threat to America. China is, and China has proven imperialist ambitions. The Belt and Road Initiative that President Xi's baby, basically, and that Hunter Biden and his uncle Jim Biden were involved in. They were helping propagate the Belt and Road Initiative using Joe Biden's power and prestige around the world. Um, that I think that what the blob or this cabal is doing is they want to focus the American people's attention away from China as a threat, which it is, and towards Russia, which is not a threat but a convenient bogeyman because they don't care about Russia. China, I think, is too entwined with their Wall Street backers. It's too difficult. Donald Trump got enormous and still getting enormous pushback for any threat of tariffs on China. He called himself Tariff Man, but I mean, China came to the table until, obviously COVID. But that worked for the American economy. And I think, again, the blob, the cabal, they want us to forget that China is aggressing in the South China Sea, that it's militarized all those islands, that it's threatening Taiwan and all the countries of the region. Back in 2013, Joe Biden flew into Beijing on Air Force Two as vice president with his son Hunter. Ostensibly, he was there back more than a decade ago to tell China and Xi Jinping to lay off, to stop stealing America's intellectual property, to stop militarizing those islands. Joe Biden came away completely empty-handed on the behalf of the American people, but his son Hunter got a 10% cut in a business a few days later, a Chinese firm. So that's how I think the American people's interests have been betrayed
Yeah.
by the regime. And, it will continue under Kamala Harris because it's not just Joe Biden, it's the puppeteers behind him.